All right, guys. So I was gonna wait, but Amy took me to Freedom Square, and it is amazing here. So I wanted to share this with you. There's a little bit more to talk about. So this was actually an old polo square, like the polo club was there, and you can see it's just beautiful here. I mean, it's unbelievable. And then you have what's essentially their Independence Hall here, and this tall tower, sorry for the hand, it represents like the fist of freedom that was raised. And these flags behind me is where the Malay flag was first raised and the Union Jack came down. There's nothing better than a Union Jack coming down. Sorry, Britain. Anyway, so what I'm going to talk about real quick, a little bit of background to the Selangor Civil War. Like I said, there was a sultan in charge, and there was multiple rajas that had kind of a lot of influence and control. Raja Abdullah was one of the primary players in this whole thing, and he was given access to the tin mines. There was another Raja that was in a rush to get it. But in 1857, the Sultan died, and there was this kind of fight to see who would become the Sultan behind him. New Sultan gets put in charge, and he wants full control of the Selangor region, which includes Kuala Lumpur at the time. And that includes the tin mines, right? Because that's where all the wealth is. Well, Raja Abdullah gets access to these tin mines and it becomes very lucrative. But what it does is it splits the country up, right? So you have this camp of Malay who take Raja Abdullah's side, they take the other Raja's name, who I'll remember later, and you end up in a civil war. There's also quite a few Chinese that are working in these tin mines, and they get split up in the fight. Towards the end of the war, around 1873, the British send in mercenaries to fight for Abdullah, and that kind of changes the tide of the war. I'll get into the details later, but I wanted to share this space with you because it's so beautiful. I wanted to give you a little bit of background, and I will be back later with the rest of this story. Thanks for tuning in, guys.